Hey guys, this is Lynn. Today I'm gonna make Dallas's grandma's famous homemade cornbread dressing. This is a recipe that she passed down to me, and I've modified it just a couple of things, but it's a great recipe. So what we're gonna start off with is I got one large sweet onion chopped up. I'm gonna dump that in my mixing bowl. And then I've got 3 raw eggs we're gonna put in there. I've got about 3 stalks of celery chopped up, we'll put in there. I've got 4 boiled eggs cut up, put that in there. Now we're gonna start mixing this together. The key about making this dressing is you gotta mix it together in steps. You don't wanna dump everything in at one time, because then it gets lost. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. And I will tell you, his grandma told me, and I learned the key to making really good homemade dressing is lots of black pepper. If you think you don't have enough, add a little bit more. It just brings it out. So we'll do a lot of black pepper. Okay, we're gonna mix all that together. Now this next step is gonna seem kind of strange, but it's always worked for me. You gotta smell it. And what I mean by smell it, to see if the seasonings are there. So, oh yeah, it smells good. All mixed together. All right, next I'm gonna add some cornbread. I cooked this cornbread this morning. It's homemade cornbread. Cooked it in the oven. Dallas has been eyeing it all morning. I've been having to keep him away from it. But I give him some. So what now I'm gonna do is just take it and you crumble it up by hand.
Oh Jesus, that looks good.
And you just want to crumble it kind of fine. If there's a little bit of chunks in there, that's okay. But the whole point is just to crumble it up in there because you're going to mix it all up. So you got to get your hands in there. There's nothing better than homemade skillet cornbread in the oven. So if you got a black cast iron skillet, it's the way to go. You could use something else if you don't, but that tends to make it better. All right, we're gonna give that a whirl and see what we got. I think I'll add one more section. I'll leave that section for Dallas.
Yay.
My mom used to love, I don't know if some of y'all do, but cornbread with buttermilk. I never mastered that. All right, so we got all that together, so we're gonna stir it up again. As you can see, it's really kind of dry, but we're gonna add our wet ingredients and our chicken in just a little bit. All right, here I have 1 sleeve of salted saltines, just crushed up. I usually take the sleeve and just start mashing them up in it, and it makes it easier to get rid of that. So we'll put that in there. All right, and then this is some chicken. I've kind of done some, but I want to show you how I do it. Some people like to cut it up, but I like to get it with my hands and just kind of tear it up because you can manage it better. Make it as fine as you want. Or if you like to leave bigger pieces for people to eat on while they're eating the dressing. All right, we're going to dump that in there. Now with all these ingredients, I'm gonna add a little bit more black pepper because you're gonna need it. And a little bit more salt. Next, I've got a little over 2 cups of half and half. This is what I modified. She used milk, but the half and half makes it a little bit more creamier. So we'll put that in there. Give that a stir. Then I have a can of cream of chicken soup. This just makes it really creamy. Kind of blends everything together, kind of holds it together. we're gonna blend all that together. I might need a bigger spoon. All right, now that we got that together, now we're gonna add our chicken broth. And this is something that she told me that is so important. You really gotta make it soupy. You think you have enough, but it's gotta be soupy. My oven's ready, so that's good. So as we're mixing this up, it looks like it's got enough, but it doesn't. You're gonna need quite a bit more. So I got this one right here. Open that up. What we got going here? Yeah, now we're starting to get somewhere. You want it really soupy because you got all that cornbread and crackers in there. And when you have a good amount of chicken broth in there with everything else, it makes it moist. If not, it comes out a little dry.
It's not stuffed.
And it's not stuffing, it's homemade cornbread dressing. There is a big difference. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, one last step, you gotta smell it again. Make sure it smells like dressing. A little bit more pepper. We eat a lot of pepper in our house, but it's a good seasoning. Maybe just a smidgen more, it won't hurt. All right, now I'm gonna pour this in my pan and you're gonna cook this in the oven on 350 until it gets brown on top because your chicken's already cooked. The only thing that really has to cook in here is your eggs and they'll cook. So I've got my pan ready right here. So we're just gonna kind of start dumping this in here. Give it a good layer full. All right, I have enough for 2 pans, so I'll make some more in a little bit. And then what I usually do too, the final step, is I sprinkle some black pepper on top because it just kind of gives it a decoration. And then we're gonna open our oven and we're gonna put this in. You let it cook till it's brown, probably 30, 45 minutes, but you can just check it. And in the oven it goes. And that's how you make old-fashioned cornbread dressing. When it gets out of the oven, we'll take a picture. But for now, see y'all later. Bye.